Welcome, John Report fans, to another edition of the update to the YouTube channel. I'm David K, along with the main eventer, John Canton.
Hello, everybody.
Well, hello back. Today we're going to talk about the feud between Cena and The Rock with a special guest of The Miz. Obviously, he's kind of taking a back seat to all this, so what do you think about all of it, John?
Yeah, it's not a good thing when the WWE champion is an afterthought in a feud, and that's what this week's Raw was about. It, the whole thing they kept saying Miz is proving that he's not an afterthought, but the whole thing is he was an afterthought, and even on the show he was. And I don't think people take it seriously when he beats up John Cena and attacks him to leave to end Raw this week. Like, I don't think people think of him as less of an afterthought after that. So I don't think it worked what they were trying to do. You know what I mean?
Yep. I think the big thing here is the interaction between him and The Rock. I mean, The Rock obviously, attacks Cena for attacking him. But the only thing that I can see getting The Miz over within this feud is for The Rock to come out in wherever they're going to have him appear on Raw, have The Rock cut a promo and then have The Miz come out and skull-crushing finale on him, put him down, and make him bleed in the middle of the ring. I think that's the only thing to make him part of this feud. I don't care if he takes out Cena. You can do that all you want because he's Super Cena. In the eyes of the fans, he's going to come back next week. But if you were to take out the legend, the guy who's, not making you a part of this feud, the guy who's pushing you to the side, I think that puts him in the eye of the fans. But do I see that happening? No, I don't see him doing that in any way, shape, or form. I don't see him reacting to any of this. I think they're going to try and make him look strong, and I don't see them succeeding.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. Like, if they do have The Rock on, the rumor is that he's going to be either on the March 14th or March 21st Raw, live and in person, and to have the face-to-face with Cena. If they did that and they ended it with Miz attacking both guys and leaving him lying, that'd be pretty good because it would get people talking about the Miz, because it would make people boo and want to see more Rock versus Cena. So then Miz comes out and says it's about me, it's about the the W title and things like that. If he leaves both guys lying, I think wishing for blood's a lot of, it's
Right.
not going to happen. But I understand what you're saying. That's how they would have done it before. It would have been cool.
Exactly. Or even when, I think Austin's going to be on next week, correct?
Yeah, he's going to be on Monday night.
Now, I don't know if he's going to make a future appearance, but even if him and The Rock are going to stare down in the back, stage area while they're crossing paths, then The Miz takes him out of nowhere. I think you have to make him look strong by having him take out somebody that people look on with reverence, somebody that they look on as, he's a god, and oh my god, how could he take him out? I just, I don't know. It's weird how people had such high expectations of him and Cena going into WrestleMania because they were both great talkers, at least within the PG era, and now we're seeing very little interaction between them, and I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about that?
In Austin's case, what I've read is he's going to be the referee in the Cole and Lawler match, so I guess he's not going to be involved in the main event feud, which is fine. And I don't know how Cole is going to pick Austin to be his ref, but I guess we'll see that in the coming weeks. I just think, yeah, there was a lot of hype for Miz and Cena. They kept them apart for a lot of it, but Cena laughs at him and treats him as a joke, and he comes out and he starts laughing all the time. It's not a good way to promote a feud. I don't understand why they think that's a good idea to promote a feud. I just don't get it. Especially when you've spent so much time trying to make Miz a more serious character. You come out and you make him a joke, and Cena comes out laughing, and he doesn't have any worry that he's going to lose the belt or not win the belt. And it also hurts that Miz had to basically have help to beat Jerry Lawler multiple times. It's not very good for his perception.
Right.
So
do you think
it's a lot of things coming together at once.
Do you think any of this has to do with the fact that The Miz was exceeding expectations as champion because he did all of his media runs and things like that? Do you think all of this comes from a lack of planning in this feud? Because he really wasn't supposed to be in this position. He's only here now because of how well he did when he got the belt and how he went on all the shows. He did the media tour and things like that, and he really promoted the business. And so that's the only reason he's really in this position as far as we've heard. Do you think that really had anything to do with the lack of planning?
I don't know that there was lack of planning. I think they probably thought Miz was going to be when they stuck the belt on Miz at Survivor Series, I think they planned Miz versus Cena at that point.
Really?
So, yeah, and he didn't win at Survivor Series, did he? Or he won the next night?
I think he won later on the next night.
Oh yeah, he won the Monday night. Yeah, because I was in Mexico. I forgot, but he was in. He won on Raw the next night, right? That's
Correct.
right.
I believe so.
And so I don't think they didn't not plan the feud. I just don't think once they got Rock signed, I think they said, okay, Rock versus Cena is more important. And then after that happened, Miz is kind of in the feud, but he's not really there. Like, he's been one of the worst booked champions that I've seen in a long time.
Jack Swagger.
He's up there with Swagger. Yeah, that was last year. And then also Rey Mysterio's first run. Like, those three are the ones that really stick out for me within the last 5 years as being really bad title runs. And I don't understand why you put a belt on somebody and then you basically bury them while they're champion. Makes no sense to me. Why are they holding the championship if you don't believe in them? It's just like when they put King of the Ring on Sheamus and then they have him lose for 3 months. I don't get it. Like, how could you do this on purpose? You know what I mean?
Right.
But
so
that's why they're booking Miz right now, and nobody believes he's going to beat Cena, and nobody's going to believe that he's going to beat Cena. And Cena's going to win the belt at WrestleMania, and that's it. And Rock is probably going to raise his hand at the end of the night, earn the respect thing. That's what I think is going to happen.
And what happens to the Miz 6 months from now?
He'll be, hovering around the main event scene, just kind of like Sheamus was before, he got de-pushed, and Sheamus did end up getting another title run, but it wasn't very strong the second time. And Miz will probably get another title run because Vince likes him. You can tell Vince is behind him. He's very good in the media. He's very good at promoting the company. So he'll probably get another title run. But it's reminiscent of, like we've always said, Jericho's first title run, where he was basically Stephanie McMahon's manager while he was wrestling Triple H at WrestleMania 18. Like, Jericho was kind of the afterthought. He was walking Stephanie's dog and all that kind of stuff. It's very similar to that, and Jericho wrote about it in his book. I think you believe that. I think you read it too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and he basically wrote about his book how he didn't really like that first reign, but you can't really say anything because it's your first title reign. What are you going to say?
Exactly, and he had so many more plans that.
Then when he got it back in 2008, when Jericho got it back in 2008, that part's not in the book, but when he got it back in 2008, it was a totally different character, right?
Right.
So you learn from it, and I think Miz will learn from it, and he'll be better the second time he's a title run, and they'll probably book him better the second time he's a title run. So I just don't think this one has been very memorable, even though he's gonna have like a 5-month reign. It's been a very bad 5-month reign.
Oh, it's not that long. It's only like 3 or 4 months because he's had it since November 22nd.
Yeah, November. Okay.
End of November, so still.
Yeah, he's gonna have 4.5-month reign. Yeah.
Which is probably the longest in a long time, actually. If you actually, because
they've been better actually. I remember I wrote a column in October 2009 about that, and I said, why are all the title runs so short? And then the last year or so has been better. So I don't know if my column had any influence. I don't want to say that, but I'm just glad it's been better.
The last person to hold the belt for more than 100 days was Triple H in 2008.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Closest after that was Randy Orton in 2009 for 90 days. And
how long was Kane's?
I'm talking WWE title.
Okay.
So I'm sure I'm just taking one spectrum of it. So I guess that's probably what part of it. But I'm just looking at that right now. I can check over there. But
remember when Cena had the belt for almost 2 years straight?
Yeah.
That was a good run.
That was a good run.
I didn't mind that, even though he's a babyface. I didn't mind it.
A lot of people didn't like the ends to the pay-per-view because wasn't that during the Batista feud and stuff like that, and the JBL feud?
Yeah.
And stuff like and things like of that nature.
I mean, they had him against Lashley and things like that. It worked. I don't know. I didn't mind it.
Yeah,
he was against Umaga. You knew Umaga wasn't going to win, but it was a good feud.
Kane he was 154 days. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, so some long title reigns, but he's going to have one of the longer ones to recent date. I mean, as far as the WWE title is concerned, and I mean, I'm just really concerned that after this, he's going to fall to the level of Jack Swagger. I mean, I really see that happening, and I'm really fearing that right now because he's one of the best characters so far of 2011. I mean, going into it, and they're just burying him. I feel, and it sucks.
Yeah, I definitely think so, but I think he's got more staying power than Swagger. They like him more than Swagger, so he's a better talker, and I just think they like him more than Swagger as far as their hierarchy of talent goes. I think they do like him more than Swagger.
So
But we'll see.
WrestleMania's tomorrow. What are Miz's odds of winning? Give me a percentage.
5%.
5%.
Maybe if Cena like tears a quad or a pec. But even if he does, they'll probably like have him pin him. I don't think Miz is retaining at all.
You have zero faith in that?
No. It's not gonna happen.
Cool. So any other thoughts you have on this one?
How about you? Any chance?
I'm giving him right now. If it was tomorrow, I'm gonna give it a 40% chance, and this is my reason why. I think it's too obvious, and I've been going with this theme a lot lately, and I've been half successful, half not. You know, I was right with the Alberto Del Rio Rumble win.
You said Orton was gonna win.
But that's why I said half. I've been 50%.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's too obvious for Cena to win. So I'm gonna go with the Miz having a 40% chance purely based on that. For some reason, I see creative thinking, ooh, that'll really get the Miz over because he won't have Riley with him. The deck's kind of stacked against him if The Rock, kind of is with Cena as far as feud wise, and I can see them putting it on him purely because he has nothing going for him.
Do you think Del Rio's going to beat Edge?
Yes. I think that's a 90% in my eye.
Yeah, and so that's why Cena's 95% also.
But what's going on last?
Who's going to win then? They usually do the rematches at Extreme Rules. Well, Cena's probably going on last, or Undertaker Triple H.
Undertaker's going on, and that if Cena or the other match goes on last, then I'll agree that the face always wins WrestleMania at the end. Yeah. I mean, you can get a stats guy out here, but I think we all know that the majority
16,
of it
is that. The time. Yeah.
But if Undertaker goes on, I can see that being a double heel win there.
There's no way Miz is leaving as champion.
Yeah, we'll see. Again, I was throwing out a hypothetical if it played out tomorrow, but we'll see how it plays over the next few weeks.
Maybe we'll see it live in Atlanta.
We might. So
depends on me. So we'll see.
It does, you giant pussy. I'll put that on YouTube. All right. Anything else?
After you called me that, no.
I'm sorry. Actually,
I'll be the bigger man.
There you go. Okay. Well, make sure you follow us both over on Twitter. What? What was up?
I said that's what she said. I'll be the bigger man.
Nice. Well, make sure you're following us both on Twitter over at John Report and at Dave the Awesome. Make sure you're checking out John's Facebook page and his circus of wall posts. If you can find some of his stuff in there, he puts some quality stuff in there. When it's available. So make sure you.
Right now, we got a Dixie Carter Hulk Hogan caption contest going on. That's a lot of fun.
Hopefully, that's still going on whenever this goes to posting.
Yeah.
But make sure you comment on the video over at the YouTube channel, youtube.com/thejohnreportnet. But I'm sure John will have it on his Facebook as well. Comment there. And maybe John will even save some space over at thejohnreport.net where you can comment there and read a bunch of great articles about everything in the wrestling world, from TNA to ROH to that big old WWE that we all love. So any other last thoughts?
That's all I got.
That's all you got? Well, thanks for listening and thanks for tuning in.